That's amazing. You've got a unique vantage point in that you've dealt with so much adversity, and you found a way to turn that into inspiration. You are now contributing with the education initiatives, which I want to unpack. But in hindsight, what were some of the biggest lessons you've learned? It's not about you, but what are the lessons for the next generation of CEOs, of founders, even leaders? Like, what are the things that you would want to say to them when they deal with their adversity?
Yeah, I break it down into three things. I call it my gift. And to put this into context, I was one of those kids with just a disaster disastrous childhood. Everything that could go wrong did go wrong.
Mm,
Broken down house with no running water, parents divorcing when I'm 5, and disruption, and
mm,
you know people passing away in the family. All kinds of terrible stuff happened. But instead of being the victim in that environment, I turned to education. And I found that, okay, no one's here to take care of me. I'm going to have to do this myself. And education was my path.
mm,
And so that was my first awakening, that adversity ended up being my gift because it taught me the power of my own strength to overcome that adversity and to turn change into opportunity,
mm,
even adverse change into
mm,
opportunity, which I successfully did through my whole life. So the thing I call my gift today comes down to three things. It's dealing with change because the reality is change is inevitable. Personally, professionally, there's nothing we can do about that crap that swirls around us. But there's everything we can do about how we react to it and respond to it. And if we proactively say, it ain't about me, it's about what's going on out there, I'm going to find an opportunity in
mm,
this crisis, and I'll weather the storm. And that change is opportunity. So I'll find that opportunity. That's the first thing.
mm,
The second thing is having the confidence to do something about it, because we can say that all day long, but as humans, we're like, we all have that little man on our shoulder going, "You're not
mhm.
smart enough," blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. Those are lies. They're lies. Too often we let people on the outside tell us who we are, what we can
Mm,
do, what we can't do. And it's just all noise. So you got to block out that noise and realize
mm,
it's not personal, that we have the ability to do anything we want to do, and we can control it if we don't let others kill our confidence
mm,
and decide who we are and what we are and what we can and can't do.
mm,
So that confidence is such an important element. And by the way, it's learned. It's not,
mm,
I wasn't born with confidence. I
mm,
learned how to be confident, and there are steps you can take. And the third thing that is equally important, you're going to accept change and adapt to it, and you've got the confidence to do something about it, then you better be good at clarity, because it's a very complex world, and we overcomplicate everything.
mm,
Everybody overcomplicates everything. If it starts with inbound clarity, are we really listening? Are we really using critical thinking, or are we, like everybody else, settling with perceptions? See
mm,
something on the internet, I believe it. I get mad. Not necessary. If we're listening carefully, if we're using our critical thinking, we can determine truth from fiction. And
mm.
then likewise, external communication. You could have the best strategy in the world, and if people don't understand it, they're not going to be able to execute it.
Mm,
So we've got to be able to have clarity, to be able to have confidence, to be able to embrace change.
mm.
And it's really that simple. Those three things, I think, are my secret weapon, if you will, to
Wow.
overcome any kind of adversity, any kind of change.
That's incredible. Like sometimes it's those foundational, simple principles, done intentionally, that has lasting impact.